Welcome back to Tower Outdoors. In today's video, we're going to go through the Charlie Kirk assassination that occurred on September 10th, 2025 at Utah Valley University here in Orem, Utah. As you guys can see, I'm actually right at the parking lot where the first spottings of Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter of Charlie Kirk, was spotted at. So I'm going to head over to one of the first spots and let's get right into it. You can see right behind me, around 8:29 a.m., he was seen a couple blocks down from right here, 800 West. He was wearing a red shirt, some shorts, and obviously some tennis shoes. But then around 11:50, he was seen walking down this street right here on that house with the white basketball court right over there. Tyler Robinson was seen walking on the limp. Guys know, obviously that was allegedly the rifle that he used to shoot Charlie Kirk. So he was walking down this way, and then they also saw him walk on that grassy patch area and come down all the way this way into that tunnel. That is where they released the picture of the alleged shooter, which was Tyler Robinson walking down those stairs, which I will be there in a second. I have a feeling he didn't really know the campus too much, just because I did park right here at the parking lot. And if you just keep walking down this way, there is a set of stairs that kind of lead directly into the tunnel, and he obviously walked across that patchy grassy area. Once we walked down these stairs that he could have took when he actually took that grassy area, you still end up at this tunnel that he was first seen at. First images of Tyler Robinson, one of the first. A clear picture of him was him standing right here, and that is where the camera captured him. At that time, he was wearing his black sunglasses, his black American Eagle t-shirt, and then as well as some denim pants. Then he ended up going through the pedestrian tunnel, and we're gonna also end up at the other spot where he was also seen, which is not too far from here. So once you head from this tunnel, you end up in the parking garage right across the street, and you end up on the stairway where he was also seen on that camera right up there. So you guys can see, if you kind of go through here, you're not really going to come across too many students, but there was a picture of him right up here. If we keep going up, so he only had to go up one flight of stairs, because then you end up exiting right over here. As you guys can see, we were just right over there on that side of the street. Went through the tunnel, came up the walkway, and we head down this way. I'm gonna speed this up just a little bit. Just gonna show you first where we're at, and then we're gonna head to where he was seen on the north side of the Lucy Center. They're saying he was on the north side. They're either saying he was just seen walking where obviously I just came from. But if he did want to try scope out the area, he could have came up down this way, end up right on the other side where he ended up jumping off on that corner right over there. But we're just gonna head to the area where he ended up climbing onto the roof. Pretty easy access if you ever been to this university. And then as well as, I don't really see any cameras, if any of you guys were wondering. I don't see any cameras on this side. On the north side over here was at 12:02 when they saw him, the north side of the Lucy Center, which again, there's the parking garage right over there, and we came down this way. Right in front of the Lucy Center, right over here, and just right up there was where Tyler Robinson, the alleged shooter, was on top of the roof. Took aim down here, took aim at Charlie Kirk, who was sitting just right there where all those pots and flowers are.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great.
Roughly 140 yards from where he took the shot from. If we're looking on this side, I don't see any cameras here, if you guys are wondering. No cameras on this building. But there was another pretty popular video that was going around that somebody, I'm not gonna walk all the way over there just to show you guys, but if you guys, I will post the video as I'm talking about it, that there was somebody standing there recording somebody on the roof right up there, and that was, I think, minutes before he ended up getting shot at. So now we're going up the stairs of where he was at. Right behind me, I'm on the southeast corner of the Lucy Center. That is the stairways that the alleged shooter Tyler Robinson ended up taking up and then onto the roof. And then we will be climbing the stairwell and then showing you the exact location where he jumped over and ended up taking position into shooting Charlie Kirk. So let's go right into it. So obviously he came up these stairs right over here. Around 12:15 he was seen walking up these stairs and heading onto the roof. He did disappear, and then once he disappeared around 12:22 is when they saw him take position to set up to assassinate Charlie Kirk. If you guys are wondering how tall this is, what he jumped over, it's not that tall. I'm about 5'4", also you don't really need to be too athletic to jump over this. I didn't see any cameras, but the camera that saw him jump off the building, which is right over there, is the only camera on that corner of the building right here. So that's the famous video that you guys see of Tyler Robinson grabbing his rifle, running across behind this, and then coming down and jumping off of the corner right here on the north side of the Lucy Center. But again, on the southeast side where he was ascending these stairways, across the railing on that side right over here, jumped the roof, ran across the roof, kind of was hidden from that camera on that corner, took the shot at 12:23, but was in position around 12:22, a minute before taking the shot at Tyler Robinson, or taking the shot at Charlie Kirk. Now we're gonna head down to where obviously Charlie Kirk and over 3,000 attendees of the debate were at, getting an overhead view of obviously where Charlie Kirk was sitting at the tent right there. And the Lucy Center is just right over there behind that tree. 12:23 a.m. he was shot by a Mauser model 98, a 30-06 rifle, roughly 140 yards. That is not too much of a hard shot to take. Behind me, just right over there, where the alleged shooter Tyler Robinson was. I am directly above where the tent was at. So see, just right over there. Again, this is not for me to judge, but if you guys are wondering, from my point of view, I'm able to see clearly if there would be something up there. If you have your security team, things like that, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to spot anybody that might have gone on the roof. I'm not here to judge or anything on the police force or his security team. But as well as over here, now I saw some conspiracies on the internet that that plant over there was where the shot came from, and there's another one where people say that it came from the corner of the stairwell over here. I've seen videos where they say it came from here and on top of here, of this roof here, that it didn't come from the alleged shooter of Tyler Robinson, who was just right over there on the Lucy Center, roughly 140 yards away. That's for you guys to have your own theories, things like that. I'm just going based off what was said in the FBI story, which was the shooter was right up there, Charlie Kirk was down here, giving the debate to roughly 3,000 attendees, just right down here. Right behind me, I'm on the north side of the Lucy Center. Again, at 12:23 a.m., September 10, 2025, he was shot, Charlie Kirk, with a Mauser model 98 30-06. After he was shot, the shooter went behind his building. He ended up climbing down here dropped his rifle, ended up kind of sprinting across down this way. And the camera, if you guys are wondering, that caught him was again that camera on that corner, which would probably also be the camera that caught him going onto the roof, because there's no cameras on this side of the building. When he jumped off the building with the rifle, he ended up running down this way. This looks obviously familiar from that camera that is just right up there, and he was running across this way, ended up running across this wooded area into that house that is right back there, and obviously got into his gray Dodge Challenger, and then was seen obviously at multiple different locations. And where he ended up ultimately going to was down south in Washington, Utah. Again, here's the overview of the area that he was seen at. And there was another conspiracy that the camera right up there was edited just because they saw someone walking down this path, which I will also be walking down this way. So if we walk down this way, and then the camera would still see me, but then as soon as I pass this part here of the hill, we keep going right about here is where the camera can no longer see me. Now, a lot of people I've seen on the internet have seen, why would a student walk down this way? Because a lot of people have gone on Google Maps and said that this is just like a back area. But if you look right over here and over here, this is where the LDS church, these are the same stairs that I took to come up here on the north side of the Lucy Center. With UVU, if you guys don't know UVU campus, everything is connected. No matter which way you go through UVU, you'll end up at a classroom. So if you keep going down this way, you can end up right there, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saint, institution of religion. But if you walk down those stairs right over here, you end up in that court area where I was at, where the Lucy Center and the cafeteria is right there. If you don't want to make a big walk around the entire campus to take I guess the regular sidewalks, again, this is accessible just right through here. You can take those stairs or this walkway down there. So I just want to put that out, just so, again, I'm not saying it wasn't edited, I'm not saying it was. I'm just kind of giving you guys what I'm seeing as I'm walking through here, that you can't see the camera at all until, again, you're right here. Is where my head kind of peeks out, and you can barely see it just right there. And if you guys are wondering how tall I am, 5'4" on a good day. One thing I will say, they took Charlie Kirk to a trauma 4/trauma 3. Obviously, they are not the type of hospital to be prepared to take that type of incident. Now, if you kind of really know anything about medical, he was hit in an artery right there and then in the neck. You can't tourniquet it. Even if you try to block it, nothing is going to happen. The only thing that would have to happen was him needing surgery the second that it happened. Obviously, that's not going to be possible at all. Timpanogos is a lot closer to University of Utah compared to Utah Valley Hospital, which is down in Provo, as well as the traffic during that time. It was during lunchtime. If you guys know anything about university, it gets super packed, and it's a much easier way to go through the back here towards Timpanogos. Yes, he was pronounced dead at the hospital, but in reality, he was dead the second that shot hit him right in the neck. Again, that is the one camera of probably the most famous video in recent history of an assassination that we had. If you guys want any more videos like this, let me know in the comments below. Seems like you guys like these videos. My other video did pretty good, and then the 1997 Hollywood shootout also did very well. It has over 10,000 views now. So if you guys want me to do any more videos like this, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.